Viewer discretion is advised.
Basically, what I'm saying is, if you're 13 or under, you might not want to watch this. Parents, get your kids, because I might say some shit that you might not want to hear. That's inappropriate. So, you show your shit that you might not know. Welcome, my friend, to the Be With Show. Welcome back, y'all. I want to welcome y'all to the show. Welcome to Be With Television, the station for the open source community. I'm your gracious host, JC, aka Bobby D9. I'm gonna welcome y'all. I'm gonna let y'all kind of gather on in here, come on into the room here, give y'all a little time to get settled in. So, welcome y'all. This is we're on a new year. We're back on schedule. We're back doing our thing. Back trying to make things pop off and happen. So I've been posting videos here the last year. I talk about a lot of open source stuff. I don't know if there's questions out there, but I do. So for my viewers that aren't tech savvy, for my viewers that are just maybe getting familiar, you checked out some of my self-help videos where I talk about open source stuff, and you're surrounded by this Microsoft world. So I wanted to clarify, well, what is open source? Open source software. So open source software, just to clarify, open source software, it's software that anyone can take this code, take this software, they can inspect it, they can look at it, modify, enhance it, and put it back out there, give it back out to the community. This software is based on the GNU public license, which basically states that which I just said. That you, whatever your source code, which is typically the code that the programmers, the code that is behind the scenes that runs whatever application or operating system that you might be running. So it's that software. It's the if you're thinking in mechanic terms, it's the engine. It's the guts of the system that makes the thing run. Without having an engine, whether it's an electric motor or fossil fuel engine, without having a motor in your car or something to give it power, even if you're pedaling a bike, without having a sprocket on the bike, you won't go anywhere. Without having a human person on the bike, you're not going to go anywhere. So the open source, like I said, it's an open source piece of code or whatever software application, operating system that you can take, enhance, improve, and under that GNU license, you can put it out there for other people to inspect and use and improve as well. Now, the opposite end of that, vice versa, is your proprietary software or closed source, which is our wonderful friends over at the Microsoft spot. Typically, your Windows has always been what they consider a proprietary, because it's something that is commercially sold and it's closed source. So unless you can get the source code, but it came at a high cost. So it wasn't something that was available to anyone to go in and modify and develop and enhance that code. That's why I've always been a supporter of community-based open source software, something that I can look at and, if I find a way to make it better and improve it, you know, that makes the software better, and I can put that out and share any tweaks or improvements or anything with the community. Wouldn't that be nice if the world kind of operated like that? You know, the global community could put out something and share something in such a way that they say, hey, this is good, let's put this out, let's see what everybody has to think, and if there's anybody that can help contribute and make this process or this system better, here, take a look and see what you can do. So with that being said, that's kind of the breakdown, yin yang, good and bad. You got Linux, Unix, which is your open source software. Then you've got your Microsoft based OSs that are proprietary and quote unquote closed source. So that can lead us into our next my next little segment here, where I'm talking about some open source software today. I'm going to actually be talking about setting up some network monitoring. So network monitoring, I think, is an important, vital piece to keeping an eye on your network. Whether it's your home network or a business network, you want to have an eye on the traffic flowing through there. And it helps give you a visual, you know, because human beings with our eyeballs, we can't see data. Data is this logical, figmented beast that's, you know, everything is logic. You know, everything is the logic devices. Once you get outside of plugging in a physical computer or device, everything becomes logical. It's software and programming and protocols and routing and it's just like the highway. You've got signs and traffic flow and vehicles, certain kind of vehicles. You got, you know, vehicles that move large amounts of product, vehicles that move small amounts of product. Just think, that's how data is. You can see cars moving. you can see the traffic flow. You can't see data unless you have some way to look at it. So today we're gonna talk about network monitoring. All right, so that with that being said, the network monitoring tool that I'd like to talk about and actually show you, we're going to install today for you, is one that I like because it shows you real-time traffic flow. Oh, excuse me. And it is called NTOPNG. It's been around for a while. So let's go there. NTOPNG. Oh, what did I do? I must have clicked on an ad. I hate when I do that. Go back. Alright, there we go. So let's blow this up. Take you to the home splash page here. Alright, so NTOP, packet capture, traffic recording, network probe, traffic analysis. Today's world, speed is getting faster, more data throughput. You know, they're even eventually, you know, I know you've heard the 5G talks where that's supposed to be like 10 times to 20 times faster than this 4G LTE. So you might use, supposedly in theory, they're saying you'll be able to get throughput speeds over the air mobile device anywhere from 10 to 20 gigs in download speed. So this is NTOP, high-speed web-based traffic analysis. You can install this, and you can see the picture here. Let me scroll through. These is just some other stuff that it actually does. So let's go back here to get started page. We're gonna go to get started here. So as you can see here, this can be installed actually on various different platforms. Ubuntu, Debian, Raspberry Pi, you see Red Hat, CentOS, and they actually have a Windows package of any of, you know, for those out there that are running Windows. And then obviously they've got the source code here if you want to do a source code install. So if you go here, package repository available, and you can see here they've got the various different binaries for OS versions. I have, for this purpose of this self-help tutorial, and I told myself I was going to stop calling these tutorials. These are my self-help, because that's what I'm giving you, is a way to help yourself. So this self-help video here, I'm using Ubuntu. I'm using the latest Ubuntu server edition, which is 18.04, the LTS version. We're gonna go through this process and do the stable build. So you can see here, if you click that link, it's going to take you here and show you here. It actually has all the various different versions that you can walk through to actually get this installed. So we're gonna go through, get this installed, walk you through this process. First thing, what you're gonna have to do, or part of this to get this set up, you know, whatever version that you want to do this on, that's kind of your preference. If you want to walk through as I'm doing this, pause your video and get your VM set up, or get your workstation, whatever you're using to walk through and do this on, get that set up, and come back and we'll pick this up. But we're going to do the stable version for those that are still kind of rocking and rolling with me here. So I'm going to pull over to my little lab here. Everything, I've already got this up and running here. This is running in GNS3. We got our internet here. Here's our Ubuntu server, and I think, let me go ahead and open up the terminal, and we're going to get over on there. Okay, I think I got in here earlier. This is the right one. That not it? Oh, there we go. Alright, so this is my lab server. I SSH'd into our box here. So let's go back. Let me pull up that where are you at? Chromium window. And I think I wanna no. Let me move some of my windows around here. There we go. And that way. All right. So I wanted to get so I can see what we're going to be typing in here. So we're going to do, start off. You're going to make sure you've got the. So that's, I don't have to keep clicking back and forth. So you want to go here, you want to add this, install the software properties. It may already be installed. Just make sure, if you're running this in a VM or a container environment, whatever platform or hardware you're running this in, once you have everything installed, make sure you go ahead and update. Just make sure everything's up to date. and that's actually something you'll do with any install that you're doing. Before you do it, make sure your system is completely updated. There's nothing out there available that needs to be updated as far as the packages, everything that's existing on your system. See, there you go. It says 4 packages can be upgraded. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that. Okay, and it looks like it's Linux kernel and headers and header and kernel module here. So let's do that. So make sure everything is good to go. That's probably going to take a few bits because typically those kernel modules are a little bit bigger. Then you see, I'm running this in a isolated virtual environment, so it's not going to be the fastest. That should speed up. It says 33 minutes. I don't think that's going to take 33 minutes, but it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. You know. Y'all go take y'all a coffee break. I'm sipping me a little something right now. Something as something coffee. I ain't got no. I don't drink, so I stopped drinking a while back. That was sucking the moisture out your boy body. But yeah, and as you know, talking about open source while we waiting on this to download, talking about open source stuff, y'all know the open source community is, I say, I've been using Ubuntu I've been using a lot of open source, mainly Ubuntu, Debian. I've tried a lot of distros out, but I've been using it for, what is it? We're in 2020, since 2004, over almost well over 15 years. And it was, I know when I started using it, it was a struggle using it. You know, a lot of things weren't as intuitive, out of the box working, like our buddies over there at Windows that make Windows. So it was challenging trying to use it in that manner. But now it is caught on like you couldn't believe. I noticed a lot of when I had come to realize that a lot of servers, globally, a lot of servers, a lot of that stuff isn't ran on Microsoft Windows or anything like Windows-based servers. A lot of that stuff is your web-based servers. They're mainly like Unix and Linux servers. Excuse me. Good morning. A phlegm in the chest there. But as I was saying, a lot of the servers they are I want to say close to 80% of what you see web servers, they're all like Linux based servers. Or so it's been catching on like wildfire. I mean, you can even see now the use Android and the Android phone. The Android is actually an open or Linux kernel. It runs a Linux based kernel. Macs actually run a Linux kernel. Now, who do you think now is jumping in the game, catching on to the bandwagon? Who you think? I'm gonna give you a little time. Who you think? Huh? Who? Who? Yeah. Right. That's right. They trying to get their own little subsystem. What's gonna happen is they're gonna 100%. If they want to maintain Windows, they will 100%, I believe, roll and migrate over to using a Linux kernel to run their OS. I can see it, because a lot of those, some of their technologies are migrating. You know, like their the new kind of scripted terminal language that I'm having a mind fart here. I was finna say Python, damn it, but that's no, not Python, not Python. Why am I oh, PowerShell. PowerShell. I don't know why. So yeah, you actually now you can install PowerShell on Linux now. It comes, it's available. So you see how they're trying to cross, blend, and weave their stuff in to the open source world and community. People have a certain way that they feel about that. You know, I got off the Windows bandwagon game, off they jock tip, man. I got off 15 years ago. Hence, that's the time around when I started using Linux. I kept them around. I used to do the dual boot thing. You know, you got your hard drive partition where you run Windows on one and Linux on the other. It boots up. You know, you can let Grub manage the boot. That way you could choose, oh hey, I want to boot into here or boot into there. I did that for a while. Eventually I ended up just 100% solely running Linux, and as I transitioned and got into the virtual world, and these kind of cloud computing and virtual computing, I ended up actually running Windows in a full version of Windows in a virtual environment. I was like, and that sufficed for me. With a lot of it had the USB pass through, so you could still plug in USB devices, and they would pass that through over to your VM. So, and Oracle took over VirtualBox, so I love VirtualBox. VirtualBox that's a open source piece of code, which is similar to VMware. VMware has its strengths, but you can go download VMware. You still gotta pay for a license for it, and now you've got some open source software that is mainly, they've got what they would consider like an enterprise version of it. So how they break it down is you've got the what they typically refer to as the community edition or the community version of some software or operating system or platform, which is this, it has a source code. There may be certain features of it that aren't available or maybe don't work in relation to their enterprise or professional version, and that may be it's not necessarily fully proprietary, but it may contain something that is about it that is commercial to it. So they may be selling an add-on feature that's only available at their commercial edition or version or pro version. It may come in the form of support. Hold on, y'all. I got a call coming in. Sorry about that, y'all. I had a brief interruption. I had to take a business call. Alright, so I was on that. I think I lost track with that. I mean, well, with that said, this is almost done. Those took a little while, didn't they? Damn. That took some time. Alright, so, well, it's back going. So, if you kind of breaking in with us, what we're doing is we are installing NTOP onto a server here. Show you all how to get up and start a network monitoring so you can see what's going on your traffic on your network. Please y'all, it helps me out, helps the channel out. Please hit that like button for me, hit that subscribe button, subscribe to this channel, and share this channel with your friends, share it with your family. Let them know where to be with, who to be with, and where to be at. Cause we're gonna give y'all the good stuff, and put a little bit of salt and pepper on it. You know, give you a little bit of flavor to it. You know, you can't always have that Ben Stein guy talking to you. You've got dry, red eyes. Oh, you lost that? Okay, go, navigate, move over to the right, Control Alt underscore space 2, type remove. No, man, I'm gonna tell you, Nick, man, what you can't be, what? Alright, that's done. So that's done dizzies. Since that was I'm gonna reboot. We're gonna reboot. Oh. We're gonna wait for that to come back up. Oh boy! Hope y'all had a good new year, good start to the new year. This is the first week of the new year. This is a dub year. There we go, we back up. This is a dub year, and that means we're gonna make dub happen. Alright, so we have our server loaded up. We've installed updates. Everything is completely updated, and we are gonna install NTOP for our network monitoring and traffic analysis. And we're running 18, but if you want to check the version you're running and you don't know, you can type LSB underscore release space -A. So you can see here we are running Ubuntu 18.04.3 LTS, codename Bionic. So we got that. Let's go ahead and we're gonna do this install. So you can type this out, but if you don't, sometimes it's easier just to copy and paste it. It makes it easier. This will go faster. Oh, I forgot. I gotta do this as sudo. I gotta do this as root. Okay. So that's already installed. Let's add the repository here. This may or may not be installed as well. Oh, I keep forgetting I need to run this stuff as root. Okay. We got that. And then we're going to grab the end top as soon as this finishes. This is it me? Oh man, baby, you is running slow. Like you almost out of gas. That's you right there. I think I was telling y'all, man, make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button, man. Help your boy out. 2020, y'all help me get to 1,000 subscribers. That is my goal this year, folks. I know I can do it. We can do it together. We can do this. We can do this. Y'all can help make this happen, family. My family, a community out there, my open source family out there, y'all can help me get to 1,000 this year. That is my goal, is to make it to the 1,000 club. Help me make this happen, y'all. Say it with me. 1,000. So please don't forget, like, share, hit that subscribe button. Help get the word out. Also this year, I got up the new swag shop. So y'all that wanna represent, take a look at the swag shop. Y'all can hit that up. I'll leave a link or down in the description for the video. So go check that swag shop out. We got shirts, hoodies, t-shirts, hats. Represent, show them where you be at, cause you be with the best. You want the best. You want to be with the best, and we keep it real. We keep it with the best, not the less. We make the others try to keep up. So yeah, y'all check that swag shop out. Here it is right here. Y'all can go visit that swag shop. We got it set up as Spreadshirt. This is our gear swag shop. Yeah, so show you some support this year. 2020, we doing it real. We got the swag shop. We got our tech gear also. If you're looking for tech gear like computers, electronics, things, anything you need, if there's something you're looking for we don't have, let us know. We'll make sure we get that to you. We'll get that posted up on our shop. But yeah, we are we trying to make big moves this year. So please help us get to the 1,000 club. Say it with me: 1,000. Y'all can help make that happen. Don't forget, fam. So this is almost done. 2 minutes. Why is this taking so long? Oh man, NTOP might take a piece, man. If this is like hitting like that. NTOP is we might have to take some commercial breaks between these installs, because my virtual lab ain't that fast. That's probably why. That is probably why. I was gonna do a poll. It's like a survey, kind of find out, so I can get a kind of a medium gauge on things that us as a business we can help improve other folks out there with their businesses, because everybody's using technology to help run their business, and I want to make sure you all are getting the most functional and efficient equipment to do your job. You know what I'm saying? Alright, that's done. So if you ain't back from your pee break, you gonna miss out. Alright, so that's done. Now we did that. Let's bam, hit that up. There we go. Now this last one, I'm gonna just type that one in. Stable. Oh, I keep forgetting to hit the sudo on here. Y'all need to, you know, y'all can help me out. Just say, man, say, Playboy, you done forgot the sudo. There we go. So that's kicking off. This is gonna do the NTOP for us. Bam, that looks good. Looks okay. Alright, so we got the main piece of it. I guess you can say our step 1 portion up here. Now we're going to move to the actual installing. So we're going to move down to these last 3 steps here, which is apt get clean all. It's sudo. Some of my system I'm already okay. There we go. And we're gonna update, and once that's updated, we're gonna hit that last one. I'm gonna copy and paste this in. I don't want to type all of that out. Copy. Say sudo. Remember, I remembered. Bam. Oh, 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 bam. Oh, 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 bam. Says you got some broken packages, player. So you got unmet dependencies. So typically when that happens, what you can do install space minus F. Typically that's supposed to work. Not available, installable, but it's not installable. Geo IP update. That is strange. Well, that is no bueno. Could have swore I did hit the update on you boys. That is no bueno, cause I actually installed this before and depends on Geo, but is not available. Oh boy, see that type of shit, man. That just chaps my hide, man. You haven't enabled the universe repository. I could have sworn I did that. Is already enabled for all sources. That is odd. Unmet dependencies minus F install. Let me try that. Minus F install. So, for whatever reason, this is not, I've never had this problem before. Let me get install stable. Version. Let me try. Well, I've never had. Ain't this about a? Cannot install supported in top on Debian stable. Blah blah blah. Dependencies. Auto clean. That's freaking odd. Change directory. Source. All right, let me work on this. Let me get this fixed for y'all. Thanks. Right. Thank you for sticking with me. We had a few interruptions, some slight delays, a few technical difficulties, which I ran into a problem. I initially got started trying to install NTOP. You can look on my terminal here. I finally got it going. I don't know if I can scroll back up in my history here. Let me see how far it'll take me. It might not. Yeah, so I was getting an error installing, let me show you here. Scroll this over. So our culprit that was causing a problem was this NTOPNG data. Apparently that doesn't exist, at least I'm assuming for the community release version of this. So I kept trying. I was googling. I was like, yeah, well, hey, let me see if I can install. Let me just take it out. So I omitted, which you can see here, I omitted just that, and bam, it went ahead and it installed for us. So that is that completed the install for our NTOPNG. So basically, so this apparently, so all of this, it installed. Now the test will be if I can pull up the interface. Let me go. Let's see if we can access the web interface, and if I got a host machine that's going to cooperate for me here. Let me see. Let me stop that console. Let's go in. I know sometimes when I adjust the VNC resolution, that tends to fix it. So now let's start. Okay. Alright, bam. So that got us back there. So now 192.168.17 restore. Okay, so takes us back there. Now let's go 192.168.17. Was it 40? Was it 49? Might have been 47. Oh, so it's 49. So go here. So what you're gonna do, see right here, this actually logs you into Inbox. Inbox is kind of the back end control of NTOP. So let me show you that. So I actually took you to the NTOP. If we just type in that address, 192.168.17.49. Okay, advanced. You want to accept the certificate, confirm it. So Inbox, and by default, the default login should be Inbox and then Inbox, and I think that actually shows it here. I think, yeah. So here it is. The default user when you first install it until you change the password is just Inbox and then Inbox. Inbox with an N, not like your inbox in your email. I don't want to get that confused. I don't want you all to be confused about that. So here we go. So Inbox. Type that. I'll save it. Now it's going to prompt you to create a new password. So go ahead and do that. Well done. We're going to log in. Alright, so I know the screen is a little small. I had to change the resolution on this VM terminal. So as you can see, Inbox is up and running. This is our NTOP server. Shows you the interface right now. You can hover on it, take a look at some things. It gives you a little information about the CPU, the name of your server. You can see this is running on lab server 01 Inbox. See, and then you can click here, and it actually gives you some information. This is basically back-end stuff. You can go here, change the time zone. If you got an NTP server, you can enable SSH. users, network. Here's a probably important thing for you is the network part. You can either go in here and they put it on DHCP where it gets DHCP from whatever network it's on, or if you want to do, you can assign it network static address. They've got network management interface for it. This is just some of the basic stuff. Where are we at here? Application. So NTOP is the main one here. Right now, here's where you can actually control the actual NTOP daemon. So from back here, you can turn it on and off from here, and it actually gives you a link straight to the actual web interface itself. Configuration stuff. So this is just the back end of NTOP, which is called Inbox. Alright, so now let's go ahead and we'll log into NTOP, and the default password. This is the default password. Now, for NTOP, this is the NTOP interface, is admin and then admin, which you can see it kind of has it in the background on the login bar. It says admin. These are all default, nothing hidden about it. You can Google this out on the internet. So, but if you want to run this in a kind of a production environment, you might want to change that. I would suggest you change it. Then, of course, it does prompt you to change it here. So, regardless, it prompts you to change the password anyway. That's the password. And there we have it. So we're logged in. This is, and I lost my connection there. I don't know. It's not the computer. It's this G. I don't know the way I've got my GNS3 set up. Okay, let's try this again here. So, damn web term, getting on my damn nerves. All right, so. Bam, let's try to change the resolution on it again. Maybe that'll help. At least it has been helping. Okay, so restore. Alright, so there we go. So this is the interface. Once you're in here, you can click on, you can take a look at host as it captures live information. Right now I don't have really many hosts because this is in that lab environment. So it's showing you these are hosts that are actually connected on that VM. As you can see they got, this is the .17 network, so .57, 56, and 49. If you look here, which should be this 1, 2, and 3. So those are our machines there. Let me go, where am I at? Oh, okay, so right here. Yes, and so you can it'll show you sent, received, throughput, how much bytes. This is pretty intuitive. It's a nice web interface. You can check out networks, hosts. You can arrange by MAC address. You can take and look, see what machine is consuming, the most data coming through in download volume. So you can take a look at that. It shows you flows, which are connected devices between the data between the connected devices. So it'll show you client, host, and the direction, protocol. You can actually, if you want to take a look at actual protocol traffic, you can go click on the interface up here, select the interface that you're connected to, scroll down here, you can see actually live. This is live flow data. So these will actually fluctuate as data is coming in and out. So break down here, it'll show you application protocols. Right now, most of the traffic is coming through HTTP protocol, which is because I got all these web browsers open. This is only, you can see NTOP data. So as things start, you can see there's a few of DHCP. That's probably when those machines requested DHCP ARP. DHCP request. Right here, applicate category. Most of it's in the web-based category, so you can tell, okay, this is a lot of web traffic, web-based traffic. And now, if you want, you can start drilling in, and it'll show you. You can look at time data: 5 minutes, 30 minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years. You can scroll over here, and it'll show you top talkers in the send and receive category. And excuse me again, I know the screen might be small. It's because the window that I am in is really, oh, there we go. So resolute, that might help a little bit. So you can see up here, actually has total traffic throughput. And like I said, you can go in here and adjust these time series. You can look at certain protocols based on that. You can take a look at packet count, percentage wise. They break it down by IP and TCP, and you can see obviously most of this, 100% of this traffic is IPv4 traffic. So this is, if you're looking for a good network monitoring tool, it's pretty easy to get up and going. I had a little technical. That's because it was that one particular package that I should have taken out initially, which is what I found out what I needed to do. So this is it's a good network monitoring tool. Get it up and going, pop it onto your network. You can get some live real-time traffic analysis and see what's going on your network visually, and drill down in, see who's consuming, what's taking the most data. And this is probably going to time out on me again because I can tell it's not responding. But anyway, you guys got that in a nutshell. That has been basically how to install and set up NTOPNG network monitoring tool onto your network. Yeah, it's just a little laggy here. Get that up and going, pop it on your network. So anyway, that's been the show for today. I appreciate you guys sticking around here with me, enjoying through this time and getting this installed, working through the ups and downs. That's kind of how things happen in a technical world. Anyway, hit the like, share, subscribe button for me. Like I mentioned earlier, 1,000 is the goal this year. I need to get to 1,000 subscribers. I can do it. Family, you can help me. I need all you guys to help share this, put it out there, get it out there. Let everybody know what I do here. Be with television, be with consulting. We're open source. We're cloud based. We can help you take your business to the cloud, to a private environment, put that control back in your hands. Once again, like I said, this is JC. I'm your host. This has been another awesome episode of Be With Television. I want you guys to tune back in, like this channel, subscribe, hit that notification button so you can stay up on the latest and greatest of the videos and self-help, I should say, videos of self-help that you can get out here on the internet. Enjoy your day. Peace and love. And some hair grease if you got it. I ain't got no hair, so I'm going to say peace and love. I'm out. Holla at you.